Okay, here's what I wanted to say. They, well, I want to say a couple of different things, or several different things. Um, okay, so there's been several changes for me in the last month or so. One being that I got I got a new bed for my birthday. It's a bunk bed. It's above my head here, and it's actually made it so that um, I have more of a workable um, studio in my room, if you will. So my mother was worried about the bed. And it was a birthday gift because I turned 40. And I also bought a keyboard, as I said I was thinking about doing. And it looks like this music thing might actually work. The keyboard is getting a lot more attention than my K-oscillators. They've kind of just sat right here on the shelf since they were put there. I have a little cubby area over here. It's got my K-oscillators, my microphones, my keyboard, my headphones, my speakers, and over here the steps so I can get up on the bed. Also, I have a new pair of glasses. I'm going to be getting a new pair of glasses in about a week because I've got to make the lenses. They're special, so they have to make them so they're not really thick Coke bottle kind of lenses. And I'm not going to go into my encounter with a technician there. She was a bitch. Oh, you can have anything with color. Oh my God. I don't know if that was a personal opinion on her part, or whether that was actually true, or whether they were just limited. The frames were limited because I understand the concept of not being able to have a certain kind of frame because my lenses were thick and they had to shape them to fit the frame. I get that. But telling me that I absolutely am not allowed to have any color, which is something that's really a really big part of my personality, by the way, being creative and artistic. I'm not one of those. My work might be a little dark, kind of twisted here, and there, but when it comes to my clothes and accessories, there's usually color involved, and I was just like, I almost wanted to just leave and not even pick out a pair because she was like, you can't. It was so nasty, and of course I gave her attitude right back because I'm like, listen, I'm paying for these, and because normally probably the glasses, if I just got the glasses, it would have been like $100. It was $300 because they have to make the lenses and they're specialized, and my insurance doesn't cover it because I have to meet a certain quota before they will cover the eye exam and all that crap. So, and they didn't find any holes in my retinas. I did bring my records along because it's been a long time since it's been really checked. At least 3 years, because the lady at the other place where I got these glasses, and by the way, these have color. They're purple. She checked them and didn't find anything, just scarring from the previous surgery. But when I had started having these surgeries for my eyes, for holes in my retinas because I was premature, it seemed like I had a surgery on either eye once every 6 months there for a while. So when it doesn't get checked, I do get upset. and I brought the records, and he looked pretty thoroughly, and he said, I don't see anything other than the scarring from the previous surgeries. And he said, if this or happens, this or that happens, then you need to come in, because if I get holes in my retinas, it could cause retinal detachment, and it's really a real concern. It can cause blindness. So, and I asked him what to expect in that regard, because it was never fully explained to me. I didn't think my surgeon at the time wanted to scare me. But, so, anyway, to go back to the original subject, this keyboard has reaffirmed some things for me. When I was a teenager, like 17 years old, I always used to talk about being a musician, performing and everything, and I didn't even know how it was going to work. I just knew it was something I wanted to do. And cut to me being 40 years old and finally being able to try. And because I think I had given up on the idea of it. When you're 17, you dream. You're not thinking about things in a realistic way. It was, I don't know really how to explain it other than it was a certainty in me. It was just something that I wanted to do. It's like down deep in my soul, you know. And tonight when I was playing with the keyboard, messing around with some stuff, and it was coming together, it just reaffirmed that part of, part of my soul that I don't know how to explain it, but there are reasons you gravitate toward things, and I think with music, it was just meant to be. It's another part of it's an extension of my creativity, and there are times when I struggle with it, and I think that it's not going to work because I struggle with it and I can't get it right, and because of my physical limitations, I can't get things to match up sometimes. But then a couple of days ago, I was painting, and I just felt like you have moments when you feel really content, and I had the music cranked up on my boombox, listening to my old CDs, and I was listening to Cranberries, and I was painting, and I just felt everything felt great, you know. There, just you have moments when you just feel like you're one with the universe, and that's what it felt like tonight, and that's what it felt like yesterday when I was painting. And I'm not selling a bunch of paintings, and I'm not a huge rock star. I haven't sold a bunch of records. But they're just things that make you feel right, you know? I don't know how else to explain it. And I have to stop myself and say, it's okay, you can feel right. You can feel right. It doesn't have to be anything else other than you or having a good moment. Don't push things, try to make it, well, okay, what about what's going to happen in a year? You know, I have to stop trying to measure success that way. There were a couple of other things that happened that, I messed up my email. I had to call the techie, and I had to pay for it. I got Geek Squad coming up next month, and my brother's birthday's coming, so I've spent more money than I planned to. But it's like my mother says, you have to look at it and go, okay, is any of this crap going to matter in 5 years? And when it comes to my vision, I think, well, am I going to be able to see in 5 years, you know? I used to have dreams about it, waking up and not being able to see. Yeah.